Here in Mexico, but I plan on going to Houston to visit my family for some more. And me and my mom plan on going to New Orleans too. So I'll keep you girlies updated.
Leave all of your things, yeah. You can stop at Gucci, stop at Louis V, yeah. Come with me, fly you out to Greece. Full speed, so for the Paris, yeah. Come with me, leave all of your things, yeah. You can stop at Gucci, stop at Louis V, yeah. Come with me, fly you out to Greece. Full speed, so for the Paris, yeah. Speed post, baby. In Mickey Beach, waves in my ass, smoking weed. Been through the sand in the deep.
I've been out here on a cruise with my mom. We went to Cozumel, Mexico, and I've been having a great time. I've been meeting a lot of new people. A lot of them are reside from like San Antonio, Fort Worth, Houston, of course, and Austin. And I really have been enjoying this girl's house with my mom. I feel super blessed and abundant, and I was like, why not share some positive vibes with you girlies? You know, I always gotta be the vibe, okay? I love the people here. They're very youthful, vibrant. They are all different ethnicities and ages. And today we're going to be going out in the cities to visit and things of that nature. But I just want to keep you girlies update. I'm doing a self-care retreat right now in this moment, but I hope all of you girlies are having a blessed summer and y'all are getting goals done, but also prioritizing y'all self-care, mental health, and things of that nature. And I'm going to chat back in with you girlies to keep y'all updated with this trip.
First see the city skylight shining from my room. Yes, such a sight to see in the month of June. Beautiful like the moon's reflect.
It's bonita.
Be careful for 20 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Don't touch it for 20 minutes, don't shower for 2 weeks. Nah, you
Don't shower for 2 weeks.
So you
Currently in Houston, Texas right now. I've been visiting some family and friends, and I also went to Mexico about a week ago, and I've been doing some self-healing and just tapping into my goddess energy. And I just want to give you some girly tips on the things I've been doing to elevate my mind, because your mind is everything and having a great mindset is key. Also making sure that you know you're in alignment physically, mentally, and spiritually. Sorry if y'all can hear the tractor across the street. My dad's neighbors cutting their grass, but I wanted to make sure I make some content out here because I love tapping in with you girlies, and I love y'all going on this self-healing journey with me as I grow and elevate spiritually, mentally, and financially, and all the things of that nature. But anywho, I make sure that, especially when I was traveling, to really tap into my morning routine, and that would be such as listening to Sade, because I love listening to her music. It brings out the goddess energy in me. I also would do some meditation, and I also would journal. I feel like, and setting your moods and meditating and also saying my affirmations in the mirror was something I definitely made sure I did. I even wrote my affirmations down in my phone to make sure that I was hitting each one every day, and it was super therapeutic. I felt so fulfilled, and it was such a healing experience, especially being back home in my hometown visiting my family. I felt like that was the perfect time to really embrace my self-healing journey, tapping into my higher self and just healing traumas and just making sure I was in alignment, especially mentally, before I go back home, because I always just want to make sure that I'm on path. And I feel like, so within this trip, I had learned how important it is to master your emotions and to be emotional intelligent. especially when it comes to learning psychology and learning how people behave and how to properly respond to things that are here to try to trigger you or to just make you feel some type of way. On this trip, I was tested a few times, but it really just inspired me and motivated me to know that I've mastered emotional intelligence. And when you're beautiful, I really feel like it's important that you really learn how to do that. I feel like people are always going to try to humble you, especially if you're a beautiful woman. You must know that people are insecure and some people are vibrating on different frequencies, but it's not your responsibility to take them personal. You're in control of how you respond to things that might be sent to trigger you, and it's up to you to figure out what's the next step and how you're going to respond to them. And I really know for this trip I was in my goddess energy. I knew that I mastered emotional intelligence, and I feel like you baddies should do that as well, especially if you're one of the women that are super confident, or you just are working on confidence and you're around people that's super low vibrational and they're trying to bring you down and things of that nature. I honestly feel like the best thing you could do is master your emotional intelligence and your emotions and learn how to detach. I really am like grateful to see how much I've grown. You really don't know, like, if you, especially if you're isolated and you're usually to yourself, and then you go out and you have to be sociable and be around so many energies, you really don't know if you mastered different aspects in your life until you're tested, until God gives you like a testing moment. I had some experiences here where I could tell that my level up journey was triggering people when it came to my physical appearance, my beauty, when it came to my confidence, when it came to my aura. And I had to realize, goddesses, when you're in the season of transitioning and trying to level up and glow up and you're very confident, it is definitely going to trigger a lot of people around you, men and women. And you must know how to respond and be classy and clap back with grace and positivity, because honestly I feel like a lot of people are literally just projecting their insecurities on one another rather than sitting down and healing. And when people are projecting, because a lot of people do, especially black women, I hate to say, when a lot of people are projecting, you must know that it's not a personal thing. It's something they're fighting internally, and you must be so self-aware and understand people so well that you don't take things seriously, goddesses. Always make sure that you're tapping into your emotional intelligence and learning how to control your emotions with being tested, and not allowing anybody to bring you down and vibrating higher. And if they send in that negative energy, I literally say to the universe, I transmute that negative energy into creative energy, and whatever energy that's negative, return it back to sender. I make sure that I'm always spiritually aligned, and I also spray on my Florida water, baby. Best believe I was keeping Florida water on me the whole time I was traveling, and I felt like that kept me protected from a lot of spirits that was trying to come trigger me. And I had to just visualize the whole situation to make sure that I handle it with grace and I handle it classy, because I knew that you don't know if you are healed until people try to trigger you. And I know I'm in my goddess area because how I behave in situations that were here to bring me down. And I'm so grateful and proud of that. And I encourage you baddies to make sure you master emotional intelligence. I feel like that is such a big thing to master, especially when you're beautiful. And it's just in general, you have to learn how to do that. You're not out here fighting all the time. You're not out here cussing people out. You're not always mad and angry, and you're not letting negative, miserable people bring you down. Because right now in the world, there are a lot of low vibrational beings. There's some good people too, but a lot of people are battling battles that don't have nothing to do with you, and they're out here projecting rather than putting in the time to heal themselves. Make sure you don't take things super personal, and be in your goddess energy and be unbothered. And make sure you set boundaries and you speak up for yourself. But you also know that when people are happy, let them be unhappy. Happy bitches ain't hating, and miserable bitches are miserable. Remember that. Also, baddies, I made sure when I was traveling to keep my beauty up. And I'm going to encourage you girlies to do the same. When you're traveling, or just in general with your life, how important it is to make sure you're prioritizing your beauty. For instance, I had got my hair done before I got out here, but I got my hair redone because I knew I was going out and I knew I wanted to look beautiful. I feel like it's so important to prioritize your beauty, for sure. Your beauty, fitness, your fashion, and your finances. I believe in all four, but I'm saying when you're traveling, or with just in general, prioritize your beauty. It don't matter if you're traveling and you're not around nobody. I'm telling you, when you at least get your hair done and you want to look good, I got press-ons while I was here. I changed my nails like 3 times. I got my hair done. My cousin did my hair, y'all. This is a half wig. I had got some braids, and this is like a little quick style for the summer. But I love this look. It was super convenient, and I also made sure I stayed consistent on my skincare routine. I made sure that I went out, and my dad took me grocery shopping, so I bought some fruit, vegetables, and salads and things of that nature. Though don't get me wrong, I wasn't always consistent on my dieting because I was traveling so much, but I also made sure that I balanced out eating healthy foods throughout the week and working out to balance them out, and making sure I drink enough water, because especially out here in Houston, it was hot as fuck and it's humid as hell. Before I was finna record with you girlies, my damn makeup was already, because I got on foundation, a little tinted foundation, my makeup was sweating off with my baby hairs. It was super hot and humid here. I made sure that I stayed up on my skincare routine, and I stayed eating my vegetables and doing my supplements and working out. And I feel like me prioritizing my beauty with just doing press-ons, with me keeping up with my skin, my hair, I felt so beautiful. And also my fashion. Right now I don't have any press-ons on because I just took them off. I'm finna go catch my flight, but I was like, let me record a video for you girlies, because I'm finally in a healing spirit where I can just share positive information and experiences for you girlies to inspire y'all that to elevate at all times. Make sure you're taking care of yourself every day. Get off of social media. Stop looking at so much other things that might be distracting you from being a main character in your life, and prioritize yourself every day. It's super important that you do that. And prioritizing yourself, you need to be showing up in all areas of yourself throughout the day. Ask yourself, how am I pouring into myself spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially? What are the things that I'm doing every day to make sure that I'm at my highest self? I'm showing up to work on becoming my highest self. And how am I trying to position myself to attract my abundance and my manifestations? Also, I'm going to say to pour into others and love others and share kindness, and giving people grace is key. On this trip, I learned how important it was for me to pour love into others. I haven't had seen my family in a while, especially like my cousins and stuff, and I realized like how much I was missing for like how much love and how much absence I had been neglecting with not seeing them over the time. And through my trip, I made sure that I spent a lot of time with family and friends and showed up for people, because I feel like I'm not at my highest self if I'm not pouring into others and loving on others. And I realized how powerful my essence was and my energy was when I got around people. I seen that like when I got around people who might have been fighting battles, everybody after I left them was smiling. They felt encouraged, they felt inspired. And I feel like when you're in your goddess era and you have a great aura and you love yourself, it's okay to love and pour into others, not expecting anything back. After this trip, I feel super inspired, and I'm super happy that I'm like full of love. And I recommend you baddies to never close your heart out to love. Always be open to pour into others, because it's so important that you not only be a good person to yourself, you show up in the world with kindness and things of that nature. And I just feel super happy and super abundant spiritually about this trip. And I was like, why not encourage you baddie? Why not encourage y'all on the things that I learned and just inspire you girlies, because it's so important. And I made sure I poured into my sisterhood for sure on this trip. I spoke to a lot of friends. I showed up for them. I tried to like send them words of encouragement. I met new people as well. And I got me and my cousin got back connected, because we had our little family difficulties, and we were able to put our ego to the side to support one another. And I was super happy that I was able to pour into sisterhood. I feel like that's super important, and I feel like a goddess and a bad bitch, because I did what I was supposed to do on this trip. And I'm finna catch my flight actually in a little bit. I already packed my bag, but I was like, I also gotta inspire my baddies and just keep them in touch with my process and inspire you guys. And I just love putting out great positive energy, and I want to encourage you girlies. I hope this video definitely inspired y'all to want to work on yourself and be better, because on the Glam Effect, we always going to push self-improvement, elevation, positivity, and how to elevate and level up to the baddest bitch and the baddest goddess that you can be, period, on the Glam Effect. And I just want to stay tapped in with you girlies and make authentic, organic content for y'all. I just like the love to speak to the heart. I don't want to just put content out that's not aligned with me, because I'm going on a journey right now, and I told you girlies that I was going to take y'all on a journey. And if y'all really enjoyed these tips, I would really appreciate if y'all like and comment and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because when y'all show me love, I want to just pour out more love and give you girlies tips on how to become a better bitch, period. You help me, I help you. It's just a one-on-one thing. But anywho, I love you girlies. Till next time.